AM 1260 KLYC, and a very good morning. It's looking a little bit like Christmas outside, and we had a minute where we had a chance between songs to talk to a Steve Pierce of Northwest Weather Consultants, talk to the weatherman and say, hey, what's going on out here? Steve, glad to have you on KLYC.
Hey, well, thanks for having me. Yeah, we got that cold Arctic air that came down over the entire Pacific Northwest a couple of days ago, and then we threw a little bit of moisture over the top of that this morning, and we've got a little taste of Christmas a little earlier than normal this year. Looks like most of it was centered up in the Portland, Vancouver area, but up and down the valley, including spots along the coastline from anywhere from about Tillamook down to Newport. Also saw snow right onto the beaches. So it is that season. So 'tis the season, as they say. It's December. We would expect to see something like that. But this one caught a couple of people off guard. And actually, it's not going to go anywhere because we have a reinforcing shot of cold air coming down later tonight. And actually, we have a chance to see some very cold temperatures over the weekend. Could get down into the single digits up and down the Willamette Valley on Saturday night.
Now, Steve, as we look at the National Weather Service forecast, they're expecting, there's a possibility anyway, of gusty winds up to 31 miles per hour. You combine that with 11 degrees. Let me go to the forecast right now. Okay, let's go to it. 17 degrees expected for the low tonight. Add that with a 23 mile per hour wind, the wind chill is sub-zero.
Yeah, that's correct. Strong outflow from the Columbia River Gorge in the typical areas they would expect to see it will increase today, and that will actually continue. That east wind will continue through most of Saturday as well. That's going to put anybody who's outside exposure at risk. Temperatures, wind chill temperatures definitely down to just below zero, and we actually haven't seen anything like that in several years. It's been since December 2009 since we've seen anything quite that cold. So folks need to take it easy if they're out doing any early Christmas shopping or anything like that, and just be aware that the elements are out there and they can sneak up on you, especially when it comes to frostbite.
Now, as we take a look down the road into Monday night, Tuesday, it looks like we have another event coming up.
Yeah, that's correct. We're still going to have the cold air in place. It'll modify a little bit on Sunday and Monday, and then different computer models suggest that we're going to throw some moisture back in over the top of the cold air that's here again, and we could either see a repeat of some additional snow, or like we normally see when we warm up out of these cold events, we see freezing rain up into the Portland area near the Columbia River Gorge. So those are the areas closest to the gorge that would be susceptible to frozen precip when the next system comes in, like you say, early next week. So we'll have to keep an eye on the whole situation. From this point on, anything that fell today is going to stay there, and we're definitely going to go into the deep freeze for overnight lows this weekend.
This is very unusual. Why so cold so early?
Well, we've had, actually, when you look back at the record books at the Portland International Airport, we've had early December Arctic outbreaks before. One that comes to mind for the folks that have been around the area long enough is back in December of 1972, Portland, Salem, Eugene all set their all-time record December lows. The Portland International Airport, for one, was 6 degrees above zero. Not likely we're going to touch that. But in fact, Portland hasn't been into the single digits for overnight lows since February of 1989. So we're going back a ways. The Portland International Airport could challenge that 9-degree overnight low if everything lines up just right on Saturday night. We get plenty of clearing. So to answer your question, it is kind of early in the season, and that kind of makes people wonder, well, what do we have coming up for later in December and into January?
That's my next question.
And models are continuing to keep us on the cool side. No major Arctic outbreaks coming after this one anytime soon, but there's still plenty of, fall yet to go. We haven't even gotten to winter yet.
There you go. So are we looking for precipitation levels about normal temperatures? What, as you look in your crystal ball, What do you see?
Yeah, after we get out of this and we transition back into a more normal pattern by, say, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, temperatures would just climb up to about average. Right now we're running 10 to 15 and in some cases 20 degrees below normal over the last few days, and will definitely be very cold over the weekend. So once we finally get back to normal, then we can look ahead and see what's on the horizon. But right now, it looks like more seasonable temperatures by mid-next week, average precipitation, and then we just wait and see if the pattern wants to reload itself, and we turn colder again, maybe during the Christmas holiday leading up to New Year's. But there's still plenty of time to modify any forecast like that. Anything more than about 5 days out is sort of a crapshoot, so to speak.
Okay, well, here's hoping for warmer weather.
Yeah, head for Southern California. That's what I say.
All righty. Steve Pierce is with Northwest Weather Consultants on AM 1260 KLYC.